afternoon everybody. Today I am continuing with the class which I left over in root concept. Okay. My name is Juan. I am faculty of Micropart Computer Center. Okay. Today I will take a class regarding inheritance and I will show you some programs. Okay, regarding inheritance. Now what I will do? Okay. Now I will go to this. You have an this IDE, that is called Integrated Development Environment, where you work all the C and C++ programs. Okay. Now in this IDE I will explain regarding the inheritance. Okay. Now coming to first one, that is single inheritance. Single inheritance. Actually in single inheritance what we have, that is we have one base class. Okay. One base class with one derived class. With one derived class. Okay. One base class with one derived class. One base class with one derived class. Okay. One derived class. Okay. Or you can say example is what? Example you can say that is wood. Okay. Wood is the base class. Wood is the base class and furniture. Furniture is the derived class. Is the derived class. Okay. Derived class. For furniture what you have? For furniture you can give either chair or you can give table or whatever you want you can give. Okay, that is one base class with one derived class. Next what you have? Next is we have coming to multi-level. Multi-level. Okay, multi-level inheritance. Multi-level inheritance. Actually, what is multi-level? That is you can say like A to B. Okay, then B to C, C to D, like that. Okay, that is called multi-level. Okay, now actually in multi-level, first it will be base class, then next class will be derived class. Again for next derived class, the previous previous derived class become base class. Okay, like that is in multi-level inheritance. A to B, B to C, C to D. Okay, you can say that is A to B, A to B. Then we say B to C. Okay. B to C, again let's say C to D. Okay, C to D. Okay, in multi-level inheritance, okay. Each derived class will become what? Will become base class of next derived class. Okay, derived. Like that the chain will keep on continuing. A to B, B to C, and C to D. Okay, and single is what? In single you have A to B. Okay, A and you can say A to B. A to B. Here A is the base class, B is the derived class. Okay. Next is what? In multiple. Coming to the multiple inheritance. Okay. In multiple inheritance, what we have? That is we have two base class. That is two base class with one or more number of derived class. More number of derived classes. Okay. Now like this it is A. Then we have two base class. And in this we have here we have one more, we have one derived class. Either you can say one or more. Okay, two base class and with one derived class. Okay, that is multiple. Okay, example you can say children's inheriting the properties, the properties of parents, the properties from parents. Okay, properties from parents. Understand? Children inheriting the properties from parents. Okay. In one family there may be for one parents may be one children. In some family for one parents it may be three children. Like that. Minimum two base class. It may be number of derived class. Okay. Next what we have? Next is hierarchical. Okay. Hierarchical inheritance. Hierarchical inheritance. In hierarchical inheritance, what you have? In hierarchical inheritance, that is, we have one base class, one base class with number of derived classes, with number of derived classes, derived. Okay. Example, you can say bookshelf. Example is bookshelf. Okay. In one bookshelf there are number of compartments. Okay, like that. Example, bookshelf. Okay. And now suppose now here what I'll say, I say A. Okay. Then we have like this, A, B, then I'll C, then I'll say D. Okay. Like that. We have one base class with number of derived class. Okay. Hierarchy here. Okay. Next what we have. Next is coming to hybrid. Hybrid. Okay. Hybrid instance. What is hybrid? In hybrid instance, that is we have the combination of any two types. Any two types of inheritance. Any two types of inheritance. Okay. Any two types of inheritance. Okay. Is called as what? Is called as hybrid. Hybrid inheritance. Okay. Hybrid inheritance. That is, you can say that is like this. You can say A, B. Okay. Again we say, here you can say C. Then here you can say D like this. Okay. Right? Combination of any two types of inheritance. That is called hybrid inheritance. Okay. These are the four main types of inheritance: single, multiple. Okay. Single, multiple, hierarchical, and hybrid. Okay. Now I'll show you some programs related to this inheritance. Now what I'll do, I'll go to program. I'll go to the program. Now I'll open. Okay. Now I've created some programs. I'll show that one. Now what I'll do. Now first I'll show you how to use class with the object. How to write a program regarding class and object. Okay. Now in this. In this program, what I am doing, see, I am using in the C++. I will show you how to use class with the object. Class with the object. Okay. Here, what I am doing, I am declaring a class. Okay. I am declaring a class. In main function, I am calling class with the object. Using this object, I am calling all the variables using dot operator. I am telling e.number, e.name, e.salary. Like that, I am assigning the values as well as I am printing the values. Okay. I am accessing object using variables. Now see, I'll run the program. Okay, execute, compile and run. Now once if I run the program, see, first is asking the details of employee number, name, I'll say Naveen, and let's say some salary. Okay. Now same thing is printing. Okay, this is for accessing object using variables. Object using variables, I can say member data. Okay, next program is what? Next program is accessing object with function. Object with function using classes and objects. Okay. Now again what I'll do, next program I will again open the second program, that is class with the function, or you can say object with function. Okay, here in this what I am doing, in the one class I am calling different functions. One is for accepting and one is for displaying. Okay, here what I am doing, here I am using object. Using this object I am calling each function using dot operator. Okay, this is similar to structures. Okay, now what I have to do, once if I run this program, if I go to execute, compile and run. Okay, now 1 minute, I'll do this. Get.ch, no need of get.ch. Okay, now I go to, okay, no need of int. Okay, I remove this int. I'll go to execute, compile and run. Okay, now see here. Now I'll enter the details. Okay, output is same, but the way of writing is different. In the first program, I am accessing object with the variable. In second program, I am accessing object with the function. Okay, some name, I give some salary. It is printing. Okay, and next program, what I am doing? In next program, what I do? I'll use that is called multiple class. if you want to use more than one class, how to use? Okay, you go to this program. See, this program I am using two classes. One is department and one is EMP. Okay. Now in each class you have two functions, accept and display for DPT and accept for displaying this one. Okay. Now what I will do again, we go to execute, compile and run. Okay. 1 minute. Now in this case, what is happening here? Public. Okay. Compile and run. Using name. Okay. Spelling mistake again. Okay. No need of this too. Okay. Now here what I am doing, first I am using class with a function, then I am using class object. Using object I am calling the function accept display. I am using for each class I am using one object. Okay, and that object is calling for that particular class with that function. Okay. Now observe this function. This is the program. This is the program what I am doing. I will go to execute, compile and run. Okay. Now see, first same thing, I will enter the number, name, say Naresh, then salary. Okay. Now again, now it's asking for two set of details. One is for employee details, one is for department details. Okay. And I'll say name as marketing, then location I'll say Bangalore. Okay. Like this. Now this program is for more than one class. Next program what I will do? Next program I will show you how to use for this one. Multiple, that is nested class. Nested class means one class within another class. Okay. Now see this program. Next program what I will do? I use nested class. Okay, here that is see here nested class I use. In nested class what I am doing, I am taking two class. Here what, okay, in Dev C++, this dot h will not work. For that you have to declare one more statement. Let's say using namespace std. Okay. Here what I am doing, I am using two class. One is class department. I am using one more EMP. Now if I want to call the department class inside the EMP class, what I am doing, I am calling the whole class inside this EMP by calling the previous class of the name and object name. Now DPT is the class name, D is the object name. I am calling the whole class inside the EMP such that I can use both the class details in EMP. Okay. Now see, now I am making this in the previous program. What I am doing, for each class I am using different function. Now I am making accept as one function for both the classes. Now see, this accept will take employee details as well as department details. Again, display function will take for both employee and department details. Now here in one function I am using two classes because I am putting one class in the other class. Okay. Now here also in the previous what I was doing, I am using different objects for each class. Now if I call this EMP class, I can get DPT because DPT is inside the EMP. Okay. If I call the object of EMP class, I can get the details of department class because department is inside the EMP. Okay. Now see here, I'll remove this. Okay. I'll remove this get switch. Again I'll go to execute, compile and run. Observe here. See, same thing. Output is same. Name, but the way of writing is different. Okay. Now it is asking both employee details and department details. Okay. As a department name sales. Then location as a Bangalore. Okay. Then next what we have, next coming to this inheritance. Okay, inheritance. In first part we have single inheritance. For single inheritance what we say, first you go to file, open. I'm showing all the examples what I have done. Okay, also single inheritance. In single inheritance I told one base class with one direct class. Okay. Now in single inheritance, this is the department is the base class. And if you want to show both base class and direct class, you are giving colon. Colon stands for differentiating between base class and direct class. In right hand side we are telling base class, left hand side we are telling direct class. Now always for base class you would say public because all the categories of the direct class is taken from base class. Okay. Now see what I am doing. Now this is the base class details and this is the direct class details. Okay. Then what I am doing, I am calling the function for the direct class, accept and display. Actually what the use of inheritance means, what are the properties are in the base class, I can put in the derived class. Okay. Now I am making the accept and display common for both DPT and EMP, both for accepting and displaying. Now here what I am doing in the main function, what I am doing, I am using this direct class object such that I can call the details of both the classes, DPT and EMP, because this DPT is inside the EMP class. Okay. Now see, if I say e.accept, I can get the details of both DPT and EMP, plus I can get the information print details of both DPT and EMP. Like that, this is for If you want to minimize the program, you are using inheritance. Okay. If you want to cut down the program. Okay. Now if I run this program, we are going to execute, compile and run. Now say same thing. If I run name, okay, again, then again it says salary, some salary. Then again some department number is there. Then it says name marketing. Then location, let's say Bangalore. See, showing both the details at a time. Showing both the details because I am clubbing two classes into a single class using single inheritance. Next is what? Next is coming to this one. That is, I'll go to this one. Next is multiple end. I'll say multi-level. Okay. Next you have multi-level. In multi-level, I told in multi-level what is like A to B, B to C, C to D. Okay. Now see. Now I am using multi-level inheritance to find the addition of two numbers. Addition of two numbers. Okay. I am using one base class called accept. In that I am using a function accept. Now this is the, again I am calling base class accept and calculation derived class. Here what I am doing, now actually this calculation become the derived class for the next base class, again become base class for the next derived class. Like that, the previous base class will become, the previous derived class will become the base class for next derived class. That's the use of multi-level. Okay, now see I am using how many derived classes, calculation and display, and okay, and how many base class, accept and calculation. Okay, now accept is the base class, calculation is the derived class, again calculation become the base class and display becomes derived class. Okay, now actually what the use of this means, if I call the details of the display class, I can get the details of other previous class because display is linked with calculation and calculation is linked with accept. Okay, now see, if I go to the main function, in the main function what I am doing, I am calling this main class display and this D is the object. Using this D object, I can call the function of accept, calculation as well as the display because all are interlinked. Okay, all the classes are linked with each other. Okay, see that is the use of multi-level. See now if I run this program, see this program. Okay, this is for finding the addition of two numbers by using multi-level class. Okay, so you could compile and run. Now 1 minute. Now why is not coming? Because here it's a public. Okay, if you don't give public, it become private. Private means I cannot access. Okay, now here you say public. Public you say. Now again what I will do? Now again if I go to execute, compile and run. 1 minute. Okay. Now if I go to execute, compile and what will happen? See now I can enter two values, A and B. Now it's adding the numbers. Okay. Next is what? Next one is, that is coming to this one. Okay, you understood what is multiple, multi-level. Okay, next is multi-level. Coming to this, okay, single is over. Then multi-level is over. Okay. First I did single, then I did multiple. Next you have regarding what? Next is regarding the multiple inheritance. Okay, coming to the multiple inheritance. Here in multiple, okay, I'll open this class. I'll go to file, open. I'll open multiple. In multiple inheritance, okay. In multiple inheritance, I told we have that is two base class with one derived class. Two base class with one derived class. Okay, here what I am doing, I am taking two separate classes, and here I am combining two at a time. Two base class. Always for two base class, you would say public and one derived class. Okay. Now this is for finding again the sum of two numbers. Okay, and I am using for each class I am using different function. A function accept A, accept B, and result function for result I am telling. Now what I am telling, I am calling this derived class object. Using this derived class object, I am calling the details of other classes because this sum is inherited from class A and class B. Okay. Now see, now once if I run this program like this, okay, again enter the values. First value, second value, they are showing the result. Okay, this is for multiple inheritance. Multiple inheritance. Okay, you understood what is single, then what is multiple, then what is single, you understood what is single, what is multi-level, then multiple, then next one, last one, next what we have, next is hierarchical. Okay, now coming to hierarchical. Okay, now here what we will do in hierarchical. Hierarchical means what? One base class with number of derived class. Okay, this is also to find the square and cube of a number. Square and cube of a number. Here what I am doing, I am taking first value for one number, second value for other number. Okay, then I am finding square. Okay, now in class A I am taking two numbers. In class B I am finding square. In class C I am finding cube. Okay, Now here what I am doing, I have here now class B is not inherited from class C, but class B is inherited from class A. Class C is inherited from class B, but there is no link between class B and class C. Okay. Now like that, like I told, like now class A is the base class, B and C are the derived classes. Okay. Now here what I will do. Now what I am doing here, I am making this get number as common to all the derived classes. Now this get number is called by this base class B for calculating square. Again this get number from the base class function is called with the class C for finding the cube of a number. Okay. Now what I am doing, I am calling the each class different objects. For B as B1 and C as C1. And using this object I am calling the square. This square is coming from which class? B class. And cube is coming from which class? C class. Now in using this hierarchical, I am making this public key as common, where the values are taking for finding the both for class B as square and class C as cube. Okay, now see, I have done this program. I will enter the numbers. Now this is for class C as square and this is class B as cube. Like that. Now this is regarding hierarchical. Okay, today I told you regarding how to use class and object, how to find class with the, how to access class with the variable, class with the function, then how to use single inheritance, then multi-level, then multiple and hierarchical. Okay, these are the types of inheritance which I have done in the today's class. Okay, next I will continue with the next topic in other class. Okay, thank you.